Hey guys, welcome to a new edition of Believe TV. I have a really special guest here today, named Rev Maria. How are you doing today?
Oh, good morning, Sam. I am doing great. It is beautiful here in Las Vegas.
That's nice. That's nice. It's nice in Utah. It's been cloudy, but it's getting sunnier, so that's good. But so how do you help people with their loneliness or depression?
Well, Sam, that's a good question. And especially today, amidst of everything that's going on, there's a lot more loneliness and depression, as we all know. But I am a minister here in Las Vegas. I got ordained about 10 years ago online, and I started marrying people. And of course, you're meeting people that are in love, right? They're not depressed, they're not lonely. Uh, and I've been doing that for about 10 years. But I lost my husband over 7 years ago. And I was lying in bed one night and I realized, I was no longer a Mrs. I was now a Miss.
Yeah.
I was no longer a plus one, right, to events. I was just one.
Yeah.
And I started dating again. And I have to tell you, dating today is a lot different than it was 30, 40 years ago because I'm in my 60s. So, I made a lot of mistakes. I'm not going to say I was perfect, but out of all that, out of my experiences, I was able to develop a course to help people go from being a just one to a plus one. And, people are lonely, and people don't realize, Sam, that loneliness is a huge factor of death. It's bigger than heart attack, stroke, diabetes, right? Addiction. Yes. And that's what I do. I help people 40 plus get out in the dating world.
Nice, nice. So do you ever get people that are super depressed, and if so, how do you help them get through that time?
Well, usually when my clients come to me, they are kind of borderline,
Yeah.
ready to go find love, but they're still going through some of their depression. It's a good question. And what I do is I have a very proprietary process that I have in place. And one of the things I do, I call it DD. And that's called dysfunctional detoxing. And what that is, just to give you a little thumbnail sketch, I get people to dig into themselves, to recognize maybe why they're lonely. Are they depressed about their past relationship? I mean, it could be something from their past. And sometimes the relationships or the type of person they've been attracting stems back to their childhood. So what I do is I have them work their way through, getting ready to find love again. But I'm not a therapist. So if I think they need to go for therapy, I send them in the right direction. And then I help them.
Yeah. So why exactly do you believe in yourself and believe in your mission to help others?
Good question. Thank you for asking. I was watching something the other night, and it's interesting. There are a plethora of coaches, right?
Yeah.
There's a plethora of people out there that are giving you advice. The reason I separate myself from other dating coaches is I have lived it. I was married for 33 years. I lost the love of my life. I have been out there in the dating world. And with that experience combined with my professional background, I was able to then develop my proprietary process. So that's why I know that I am different from most coaches. But, there's people are getting out in the dating world, Sam, and they're making a choice to find somebody that they're going to spend the rest of their life with. And
Yeah.
you need to have a coach. It's important.
For sure. And so would you like to say anything to viewers that would help motivate others or inspire others?
Well, thank you. Yes. And this is what I tell your listeners out there is, you know what? You can sit at home. You have a choice. You can sit at home and you can think about being lonely, and you could be lonely, or you have a choice to take the first step. And taking that first step is probably the hardest, the most painful. But once you do it, you're going to hit the ground running. Because when you take the first step to decide to get out in the dating world, and use somebody to give you that guidance, because you're going to have somebody there. I mean, that's what I'm there for you for. It kind of makes it a lot easier. It's like when you go on a diet, right? When you have a buddy it's kind of nice you got a buddy, right? It's when you have, you're accountable. So I'm that coach that holds you accountable and gets you ready to find love and make the right choices. Because sometimes, Sam, you might meet somebody, and sometimes we're just so wrapped up with how they look and how they make you feel. And when
Yeah.
you have a dating coach gives you a very objective viewpoint.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining the show. And I hope you have a great rest of your day in Vegas.
Sam, I want to thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be on your show. I am honored. And, I want to say thank you, and everybody stay safe and healthy out there. And remember to always spread love.
All right. Thank you, guys.